Hello and welcome to the RaidzBank podcast. My name is Hoyt. We have a full house today with the two best podcast hosts in the country. Well, two countries, really. We have Mr. Poplo and Heartless. So, welcome, boys. How are you?
Hello.
Hello. It's been weeks.
Yeah, it's been a long time. So, really excited to jump in. We have a massive episode. Of course, you all saw the title. You guys are RuneScape players. You know it's a big week. Really quick, though, we want to keep our format. We're going to keep it to a couple sentences, what we've been up to. Mr. Poplo, would you mind starting us out? Anything you've been up to?
In-game, haven't really been up too much. I was gone most of the week at a conference, so I was out of town. But definitely was busting up mobile, playing on the group Iron Man. I made 630 prayer potions for the group. So I farmed all of our Ranar seeds and converted them into prayer potions. So that was my big contribution for the week. Other than that, a lot of herbivore still, up to 13,700 kill count for Herby. Still nothing.
That's really bad.
So yeah, we've passed really 2 times and we're still going strong. I've kind of set a little bit of a goal to do 100-ish average a day. And I'm ahead of the goal so far. That includes a lot of mobile. So, yeah, that's kind of what I've been up to. Not too much.
Very nice. What about you, Heartless?
Yeah, I guess it's been weeks. Good job on that Ladlore episode. That was a fun listen.
Thank you. Yeah,
oh, yeah.
It was fun.
It's always nice to see when a boy meets his idol. So that was a good.
Yeah.
That
was good.
So that was pretty fun. But yeah, since I've been gone, I have been playing a lot of other games. My GPU went. We were just hilariously talking about how my graphics card was really old. I had a 980, and it died, so I had to get a new card.
Oh no!
I know.
Oof.
So I ended up getting a 9060, just like a mid-range, nice solid mid-range card, and it's been performing a lot better. I'll tell you that. But yeah,
nice.
RuneScape wise, what have I been up to? I just sent Doom kind of here and there, and I pulled the boots pretty quickly actually. So
nice,
I'm done at Doom.
That's
we're
awesome.
We're green logged in and out. I think it was 1,700 or maybe 1,500 total waves. So pretty spooned overall, I would say. Actually, incredibly spooned. And it's nice to be out of there. The gnome, I'm kind of hard stuck on gnome monkey designed bosses, so I have to go to the Coliseum next. And I'm not a big fan of either of those two bosses, so it's once those two are done, we can move on to other things. But yeah, it's been pretty chill, and I'm happy to be done there.
That's awesome.
What about you?
I think you'll enjoy the Coliseum.
I think you'll enjoy it. I think when I get better, I'll like it. But to start, I'm not going to.
Yeah.
Hoyt, what have the moves been?
Yeah, a lot and a little. GZ on the boots.
Thanks,
I'll have to go there soon, so you'll be teaching me. I know Mr. Poplo and his PB of Delve 993 is probably whatever will help me too. But no, I've been first off, I'm gonna be transparent. I've been cheating on you guys. I started a little bit of classic WoW, a tiny bit.
What do you mean a tiny bit? I've seen you in there every night grinding all night. Don't talk to me about a tiny bit. Putting in 8-hour shifts over there. My goodness.
I would never.
We've lost them.
Oh my goodness. Well, this is the last episode of our podcast, so.
No.
I'm just kidding.
I grew up playing WoW, so it was my sweetheart game before RuneScape, but I never got to experience the Burning Crusade. So TBC Classic is coming out, and we have a massive group I'll be playing with. I'm really excited. Sometimes I play with a couple friends, but having a ton of friends is going to be just really fun for the content. So I'm sure I'll be back very quick. While I'm doing that, though, I am working on the Snowflake, the completion percent Iron Man, hardcore Iron Man, spoiler. And I did unfortunately wake up to the news that someone beat me to it. I did highly encourage that. So that's my fault.
I tell you what, I did not know that you'd mentioned it on the Sebe cast. I knew you'd mentioned it on our podcast before, but obviously way less people listen to us than Sebe.
Right.
Yeah, that's
but there
true.
you go.
And to be fair, when I said that, I thought there was no way I'd ever do it, but never show your cards. And yeah, either way, I'm still coming out with episode 1. It's actually edited, but I want to finish a few more goals before I publish it. So I'm hoping before Deadman this Friday, I have episode 1 out. So be on the lookout. And
I'm curious, are you going to mention that lad in your, what was his name? We're going to name and shame here? He's a European dude, right?
I don't know.
Are you going to mention his video at all? Like the fact that it came out before, or no, you're just going to send it and just be like, yo, this I had this idea for a long time. Or what's the move going to be?
I'm not saying that he took my idea. I want to start out with that. There are millions of people who play this game. It's totally possible that someone else had this idea. But he did say he listened to the Sebe cast. He had the same idea, heard me say it. And then part of his video was like, I want to get this out before someone else beats me to it, whatever. So during episode 1, I just kind of put the timestamp of me talking about it with Sebe for the record. Because I don't want people who watch him.
Yeah, that's cool. I think taking the high road, just be like, look, I had this idea for a long time. Some other people may have come out with videos as well, but I'm also taking on the challenge. I think it's cool for multiple people to do the same thing, right? Like people piggybacked off like Limport's crazy one chunk, and he piggybacked off someone else. So it's all whatever.
Yeah, he wasn't the first. Bodhi wasn't the first Iron Man. Yeah. So it's more about the creator and who you like and the gameplay.
Quality for sure.
I'll tell you, his editing was like beautiful, and mine, I take pride in my editing, but it will not be anywhere near that. But I'll try to pride myself on the gameplay instead, and how much I push myself.
So you got that sultry.
You'll see it for yourself.
You got that sultry voice, Hoyt, to fall asleep to.
I might have better audio. Yeah, I got the experience. But either way, be on the lookout for that. And then I teased you guys. I mean, you guys know me. You shouldn't be surprised. I paused the Inferno. I was going to do an hour a day, and I just don't think that's the way to do Inferno. I feel like I need to sit down and lock in for a couple hours at a time, because an hour a day is going to be a few attempts, and then I'll be like, go back to like playing WoW and the Snowflake. But I can't do that. I need to, I am still locked with my fire cape there and everything. It's gone, but the Inferno will come, but I had too much on my plate, and that was like just kind of bad timing. So
yeah, it's definitely a marathon. It's always going to be there.
Inferno.
Yeah, you don't want to burn yourself out of it.
So yeah, but in the sake of brevity, I'll keep it pushing forward here. We have a bunch of clan achievements because it's been like a little bit of time since we last recorded. I'm just going to rapid fire them. There's quite a few here. I couldn't pick 3. Sorry. First off, Claytorus got his Infernal Cape, only 21 attempts. That is kind of crazy. In my head, I always think it's like 60, 70 plus. I don't know. So, big gamer, GZ. And then Dusker got his first Imbued Heart, and in the same exact minute, got a Stale Baguette. That was a dupe.
Yeah, I saw that was insane.
And Imbued Heart.
That is crazy.
And since it was a dupe, there was no clan notification, so no one knew but him. And he's like, oh, also, I got this. Speaking of Stale Baguette, Dime Stacks got a Stale Baguette, GZ. Hyla got an Inquisitor's Mace on the Iron, massive. Traditions got a Vigorous Chain Mace on the 807 Iron Man, which 807, if you don't know, is basically combats only, as well as Prayer and Slayer. If you add all the total level of getting 99 and all those, it's 807 total level. So Vigorous Chain Mace is like pretty big for that account. So big GZ. And last but certainly not least, speaking of Doom, Connor in the clan finished his crazy and tragic thing
his
of 4788. Just 10 Avernic Treads, 5 Mochiato Cloths for the Eye of Iac to finally come on the 16th purple. 2 pets. We salute you.
Don't feel too bad for him. He made that's like over $2 billion worth of Vernic treads. So the man's made a little bit of money along the way.
Yeah, but man, if I'm telling you, he's gonna go pull like a 1KC shadow the second you get that IAC. It's like going dry for the Bofa. You get the T-bow. He's not even gonna be able to use it. So hopefully you go get that shadow. So all right. Before we get into the Winter Summit, please consider listening to a very quick word from our sponsors. All right, welcome back, and thank you again for listening to those. They help support the show and keep us running with some small expenses we have. Deadman Annihilation begins this Friday, January 30th, and ends on Friday, February 20th. I know I'm personally going to be playing. I think Poplo and Heartless, you two are as well. So our next episode, I'm sure we'll talk about the first few days doing that, if you guys have a chance to play. Are you two looking forward to it?
Yeah, I think it's on Friday. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to do it until probably Saturday, so I might not be there day one just because of work and such. But yeah, I think I'm gonna try to play some next weekend. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Heartless, what about you?
I'm looking forward to the rewards, but maybe not so much the experience. I've tried previous Deadmans a little bit, and I found them, like I died a few times and I just kind of tapped out. But this one, it seems like they're trying to make it a little bit easier for people to access, so I'm cautiously optimistic about it, though at the end of the day, I'll probably, like Leagues, I'll just be in and out for what I want. And I'll probably just run a bunch of barrows and then dap out, basically.
Yeah. I'll be kind of like, I'll do a lot of the early questing, but I'll be trying to find like an AFK so that I can play the Snowflake or play another game a little bit and like AFK some points. But my piece of advice from playing Deadman, if you want the rewards, the breaches are the key to your points. You can almost just only log in for the breaches and you get so many points you will not need to worry. If you skip all the breaches, you're going to have to play the whole time like AFKing and doing stuff. Maybe not, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but the breaches historically have always been like super busted for points.
Yep.
So be on the lookout for
Get that snakeskin bandana ready and that black D hide and get in there.
Hell yeah. All right. And then I thought this was interesting. RuneScape Dragon Wild's first summit for their game will be January 29th. So be on the lookout. I haven't played that game, but I might peek into it, see if it's a good time to go ahead and buy it, check it out. Up next, the Holy Molies and Hooded Slayerhound passed. Huge surprise, they're now in the game. The Deadman factions happened right before the Winter Summit. 160 creators. It was like a 3-hour event, I think. 3 or 4 hours. I think the 4th hour was the finale. And spoilers, close your ear if you don't want to hear who won. The Saradomin team, led by Settled, won. I did not watch this. Did either of you two get a chance to watch it this morning?
No, I didn't. It was already going on when I woke up.
I was kind of watching like a little of the stream on my phone while I was having breakfast this morning, but I find these mass PKing situations kind of boring and a little bit RNG more than anything. Mm-hmm. Like it's like there's some shot calling involved in like who you focus, but I feel like a lot of it is luck. Like, is your team are they in a good spot? Are you getting crushed?
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of hard to say. I much prefer the like smaller Deadman events, but yeah, this is like, I mean, it was kind of cool to have a lot of different creators involved, and it seemed like fun for them because they got to go from level 3 to, you know, max level in 3 hours.
Yeah, it was like 1,000 times XP and drop rates or something.
And drop rates, yeah, it's crazy.
That's nuts. I plan on watching it this week. I just spoiled the winner for myself, but it'll still be good content. Kudos to them. I mean, organizing time for 160 people is, I mean, that's just a huge event. That's nuts. But
I feel like if people couldn't make it, they just had backups, right? That's just how it goes.
I assume.
Probably.
Yeah. All right. Now on to the reason everybody's here. Massive. We literally just finished the Q&A session. We all hopped in a call. We're going to just give our unfiltered, takes on the Winter Summit that we just watched. It was huge. There was everything in there that I think we were expecting, and then more. So that was really exciting. We're going to go in order of the Winter Summit itself, because I was taking notes and writing the script as I was watching. So first off, we have Blood Moon Rises. Initial first impressions. Poplo, you want to hit us with just your gut check on Blood Moon Rises?
Yeah. My initial gut check is that it's a lot bigger of an update than I thought it was going to be. Like similar to what's the place that has the sepulcher? What city is that again? Can't remember. Darkmire?
Hollowvale? It's not Hollowvale,
Hollowvale?
is it?
Darkmire, maybe?
Oh, Darkmire.
Anyways,
yeah.
It's a lot bigger expansion than it seems like even that. So really cool. A lot of the hard Grandmaster stuff coming out, and really good rewards. I think it's going to be really fun. I'm super excited for it.
Yeah. I think it's like a landmass, like an island, or like a teleport, like a whole area.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet. Heartless, what was your first kind of gut check on Blood Moon Rises?
It looks really cool. They're packing it with a lot more than I expected them to. Like, we're getting the new. I'm sure we'll talk about some of the rewards with the arrows. There's a bunch of different minions. There's obviously the boss, which we kind of expected. But yeah, there are quite a few more different things than I expected. I thought it would just be a little bit more one note, like maybe the blood shard extractor plus a boss, but they've added a bunch of different skilling and sort of slayer monsters. So I'm very interested to see how it plays out. So far, I think everything looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have here, they start out kind of laying the grounds of what is Vampyrium. Again, it's like a landmass or an area we're going to go to. It's the vampire's ancestral home. So we have new NPCs I'm showing here on this screen. And we have new Venators, which is a Zerosian word for hunter. So the Venator bow is just called Hunter Bow. It's Zerosian. I don't know, Mod Rice and Mod Ed talked about that. I didn't know that, so it's cool. They said the Venators were kind of like the dogs that helped the hunters for the Zerosians. So that's badass. So new NPCs, and not all of these may make it to the game, but safe to assume most all of them will. Venators, snakes, some snails, this koala-like creature they call the Picus bear. We have dire bats, maggots, and the Maggot King. Before we get into the Maggot King, which will be like the boss, it's a repeatable quest boss. They also tease some new skilling. We'll have bloodwood trees, new woodcutting method. I don't know if it'll be like the what's the fossil island trees called?
Like the suliceps, the mushrooms?
Yeah, suliceps, thank you. I don't know if it'll be like that or if they'll just be normal AFK trees. Here we go. Bloodwood trees. We haven't had time to read the whole blogs, but
I read this blog and I heard in the Q&A that this one was going to be a bit more. He said it was going to be more like he used the M word mini game.
Oh.
Yeah, he said that we're chopping the trees and making the arrows was going to be more like a mini game than anything, more than just regular chopping. So my ears perked up when I heard that word.
Yeah.
And so
I know he's talking about that
you
with
didn't
the
hear
arrows.
about it. You can sniff out a mini game through multiple computer screens, right through the server.
Yeah, I did hear that word and I looked over. I like glossed over the woodcut part, but they also said the hunter method that's coming out will be AFK. I love AFK.
They did say that, yeah.
And they said it would be buyable as well, which is interesting.
Yeah. And
viable hunter.
Yeah, like you're going to be able to buy the stuff you need rather than grinding for it. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Interesting. Sounds like there'll be something like the AFK part will be buyable. Either it's like an upgrade or it's like it's probably a resource you use that makes things AFK. Like maybe something that
smoking the Chinchomba traps kind of idea.
Yeah, something like that. It's interesting. And then the third skilling thing they teased is Leech Fens, which if you've done Perilous Moons in the river where you have to move your net in 3 directions, this will be most similar to that. So I kind of hate that fishing method. Did you guys like that in Perilous Moons?
It sucks. I just stay in the middle the whole time. I'm not moving.
Yeah,
I found it a little bit unintuitive because of the way the fish were moving. They're too quick. They sneak right onto your net, those little slippery bastards. So I just left it in the middle and just walked away from the computer for me.
Oh, it's like too hard for me. Yeah.
Come on, dude. You gotta, let's go. Come on. Your reflexes are better than that.
I wear that badge proudly, Poplo.
I liked it, dude. You can fill up your inventory super fast if you just clicked correctly.
Yeah, well,
I think
maybe for us younger folk, it'll be pretty good.
Maybe for you group Iron Men, it's good to practice your skills over at the Perilous Moons, but...
Oh, that's good. So yeah, 3 new scaling methods. I'm sure they'll all be pulled, but I don't see why they wouldn't pass. Exciting, very exciting. New quest rewards. We're going to get an upgrade to the Blisterwood Flail, which my first thought was, well, dude, the bots are going to rejoice. It's like a vampire weapon. Like, why would the... I guess the price of blood shards is going to go down, which is good for mains, but I don't know. The bots are going to go nuts over there. You already kill them in a few hits, but what do you guys think of upgrading the Blisterwood Flail?
It seems par for the course. Seems like it's kind of just has to happen. I guess
and
with the new upgrade.
If you're looking into the new Venators as well, like I think most people who aren't bots are going to be doing their tasks over at Venators because the shards are going to allegedly be a lot more common there, which is really good because currently the way to get one of the worst things about endgame Iron Man is getting blood shards. It's awful. For those of you who don't know, I've been casually, while we podcast, I typically, well, since sailing, been sailing, but all the way up from August until I guess late November, I literally just did blood shard thieving. I didn't get a single one. And I barely went over, I was maybe double the rate, but it's just brutal to grind them. It takes a very, very long time. Unless you can, AFK virus at work or something. So they needed a more active way to get blood shards that isn't thieving. And I think this was kind of their solution. They had originally said some like giant blob from a game jam like 2 years ago, where you could like stick in your old Avernix and stuff, and it would spit out blood shards based on how much you sacrificed. But that's obviously been taken away in favor of this Slayer style collection method, which is also fine. So yeah, overall happy with this.
Yeah, I think the on task Venators that Hoyt you talked about, they're gonna drop blood shards. I think they will probably be faster. Obviously, you'll have to get a task for them, but it might be one of those things where, like, as you're getting your regular Slayer tasks, you get one of those, and you're like, oh yeah, I need some blood shards, and you're gonna go over and want to do those. But you can do them off task too. It was looking like. So I don't like. It looks like there's like a favor system or something where like it says you have to like earn their favor, and then you can hunt a couple of them off task. So.
Interesting.
I don't know. I think,
I totally missed this part. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a couple avenues. It also seems like they might, if they put blood shards on the Maggot King drop table, I feel like that could have a fit too. Yeah, but
that would make sense. I don't know.
So I don't think the flail is going to change too much for, the bots are going to kill them a little faster, but I don't think it's going to change too much. They might drop a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah.
I just wonder if it's going to be used at the Maggot King. That's all.
Maybe.
Right, it's like best.
He's not a vampire though.
Yeah, but it's going to be kind of an equivalent to. He's not a vampire.
Well, I mean, he's a maggot. Maybe.
Well, I thought he's a vampire venator, like, or something. Maybe I'm wrong. But I just kind of assume that obviously he's going to be weak to crush because he's going to drop that crush.
He is a venator.
Yeah, so he's going to be weak to this Dragonbane. I was thinking kind of like Yama. They want the boss to be accessible through not a quest weapon, but, a demon bane style, but vampire bane in this case.
Vampire bane, yeah.
Yep. So I suspect it would be best in slot over like Scythe Inquisitor, stuff like that.
Yeah.
This makes sense because my first thought was, who asked for this? Who wants a better vampire weapon besides the bots trying to get blood shards and AFK? And you already have problems with like finding a vampire to AFK. So first off, I feel like they didn't talk much about the Venators being a Slayer mob coming out. So this is really cool to me. And I spoke earlier that they're like the dog-like creatures. Now they're the bats. They're bats.
Yeah, they're bats.
They're bats.
That's sweet. So it would make sense that the new upgraded flail is what you use at the new boss, the Maggot King, which is a maggot that has laid eggs or whatever in a venator, a bat, and it's like its head is a maggot and the body is a bat. That's like a carcass. It's really
pretty disgusting.
It's lovely. It's absolutely lovely.
Yeah.
It would feel really bad.
So I may as well.
Sorry, it would feel really bad to try to kill that thing with the current Blisterwood flail. Just it's not that good.
Oh
so
my
like,
gosh.
it's gonna need an upgrade.
Yeah. So the Maggot King is I think it's the quest boss, and then you can repeat the boss after that. It's a new solo boss encounter. Maybe it's not the final boss of the quest. Maybe it's just alongside it. But anyways, it drops two major things. The Necklace of Pursuit, which is an upgrade to the Anguish, new bested slot range necklace, and the Crimson Bludgeon, which is like it's a spec weapon for Crush. That's gonna be like best in slot Crush spec, but it won't replace like the Inquisitor Mace. It'll work alongside it. So I think that's pretty sweet. First off, Necklace of Pursuit, boys, what do you think? It looks awesome.
Real strong.
Yeah, I knew it would come out this year. This is obvious design space. We knew it would come out this year. I thought maybe it would be +7 strength, but 8's fine. And honestly, yeah, I just was not sure exactly what piece of content they would drop it from, but this kind of makes sense.
So you know how people were like talking about the Avernic Treads and how they're going to give range strength, like the +3, and people were like, oh my gosh, that makes Twisted Bow like super strong. Well, this is going to give like +3 over the Anguish now. And so it's like
super
plus accuracy.
It's just hundreds at suck and stuff. Like it's going to be crazy.
I obviously haven't done the calcs, but it's looking strong, and I cannot wait. Bring it on.
It looks awesome. I mean, there's not too much to talk about, just better necklace, new best in slot.
And it's not just good for people with T-bows. This specifically, the Anguish is great for people with blowpipes. So
my
blowpipe attacks so fast that, you know, anything with 0 defense, like this is going to be great at Tob. It's, you know, could push, you know, blowpipe with this and Elite Void to like be even better than Scythe on some bosses if you get it to 0. It's potential. So it's very high impact.
Yeah. I do have one. I do have one criticism with it, though. If they could change the name, like the Necklace of Pursuit, it makes me think of like the Ring of Pursuit for Hunter. Like it seems like it has to do with hunting.
What the hell is the Ring of Pursuit?
Okay, the Ring of Pursuit is
tell me, Mr. 13,000 Herbie. What is it?
Okay, first off, the Ring of Pursuit does not work on Herbivore, which sucks. But if you wear the Ring of Pursuit, then when you're doing like Kebbit hunting with the Noose Wand, like you know how you have to search something and then the tracks show up, and then you have to search something else and tracks show up. If you wear the Ring of Pursuit, then it shows up the whole trail all in one go, and so you can just go to the end and capture it.
That is really good for... There's no plugin that just shows you the end.
No, because you can't like find the end unless you search like each step.
Oh man, if that came off of Herbie, that would be crazy.
I know, that's why it doesn't work on Herbie, which sucks. That's fair. Yeah. So it's got like, I don't know, 30 charges or whatever, but it actually makes it like super good. Like I used it on some of the alts when I was training Hunter. It makes it like 150k Hunter XP an hour at like level, I don't know, 40 or something like that.
That's impressive. I didn't know about that. Well, you learn something new every day.
I had no clue.
Yeah. So
yeah, especially the enchanted jewelry. Like we need a deep dive and I just need to look at all of those because there's so many variants. You have like, you know, you have the amulet, you have the necklace, you have the wrist, you have the ring, and then each one can be enchanted. And there's so many different gems, and there's probably many that no one's ever looked into because they're useless. But That's really useful, yeah, for early game hunter. Before you can set up that block list, you have to do a couple dashing kevits or whatever, or maybe they're even good XP. So that would have been good to know. I know I had to do a few.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you guys, shout out, you guys were the ones who knew the amulet of bounty or whatever from the couple of weeks ago, the farming one. So Heartless, I figured you guys would just know what these things are. Yeah. But,
yeah. That's funny. Necklace Pursuit, I agree. The name doesn't fit the vibe. I just think of like some adventure. It's like kind of lighthearted pursuit. I don't know, Trivial Pursuit or something.
We're going from like anguish to pursuit. I don't know. Feels like a step back.
It's too
but
soft.
other than, that's just a small aside. Small thing. That's the only thing.
Very cool. And of course, onto the more interesting discussion, the Crimson Bludgeon. Special attack when activated. Brutal Swing, that's the name of it, makes 4 accuracy rolls in a single attack. If any of these rolls succeed, the attack deals 70 to 110% of your max hit. Each additional successful roll further amplifies the attack, increasing both the minimum and maximum hit by 20% each time. So again, I think it's just going to be a spec weapon. You won't really see people manhandling this. That was the vibe I got.
Yeah, I think
Heartless, do you want to tell us what you think about the Crimson Bludgeon? It looks badass.
It's good design space. So like, if the lower the crush defense, the harder hitting this weapon will be. It's basically, they mentioned it's equivalent to like Dragon Claws and Voidwaker, but specifically for crush. So I think it's filling some nice space. But I think there is still a lack of melee spec weapons. You know, you've got Burning Claws, which are like baby Dragon Claws, though I guess they're kind of equivalent in some places. And then you got the Voidwaker. But besides that, we don't really use a ton of them that aren't like defense reduction ones. So I think there's more design space for these like very niche but extremely powerful spec weapons. So overall, I'm in favor of it, and I assume. I mean, we'll talk more about raids later, but yeah, it's going to be helpful everywhere.
Oh yeah, Poplo, what do you think?
I think it's. It'll be interesting to see where it ends up. I feel like. Well, I don't know. Obviously, the calculations, but I think the coolest part is like if it gets 4 successful accuracy rolls, then it hits 130 to 170% of your max hit, which could be just so strong. And yeah, like where you're using, like what Heartless said, Burning Claws, like at Araxor and stuff like that, I think it'll replace that. Seems really cool. Seems pretty strong. I like where it fits. So yeah, it'll be cool to see where it has its uses. What do you think, Hoyt?
I'm a big fan. This isn't space I kind of would have thought of, but I think it's brilliant. It doesn't invalidate anything. And when they announced this, I was like, oh my gosh, what does it mean for Inquisitor Mace? And then they're like spec weapon. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I think this is a great fit. I think it slots in nicely without disrupting too much. I think the only problem is we don't have that much special attack. So like choosing, I mean, I know Heartless, you're listing out the ones we do bring currently, but you really have to choose one. And I kind of wonder, you don't have to choose one, you can bring 2, but it's not like people are bringing 4 to their Araxor trips for different uses. I don't know, but it just makes my mind wander of, yeah.
One is best, right? At like a specific place. So you usually just bring one. It's either Burning Claws, Dragon, Voidwaker, or, Elder Maul, whatever, Hammer, BGS. You just bring one spec weapon anywhere you go, because you only have so much spec. It's like a limited resource. So you need to use the most effective thing you have available. And I assume this will just be extra effective against things like Nightmare, probably this boss. I don't know what else.
Probably.
Yeah,
Araxor,
Vedion, stuff like that. Anything is like a low crush defense.
Yeah. I was thinking of Tecton.
And I would have to assume the new raid as well, because, we'll talk about that later, but it's some obvious design space that I'm almost certain they're going to go down.
Very true. Very good. They did say this will be going back a tiny bit, the Maggot King will be the hardest quest PVM encounter to date. And keep in mind, we got Desert Treasure too. And that was no joke to some people. Maybe not the Poplos and Heartlesses of the world, but the Hoyts of the world. That wasn't, that was no joke. They're pretty tough bosses to learn at first. So I'm keen to see just how difficult the fight is, and what the mechanics will be. I think it'll be exciting. They did show a picture of like these little small grub ads, so similar to Doom. I'm sure we might have to be clicking on some of those, crawling somewhere.
Oh no!
But yeah, what else you guys want to cover on Blood Moon Rising? There's so much here. What did I miss?
I think we pretty much covered most of the basics.
Yeah.
It's coming out in the summer, I think. So we do have quite a long ways to go, and I'm sure they'll pull a little bit closer to the time. But yeah, looking forward to it.
I skipped over these, and I was curious at these, the Seeker arrow shafts. So you add these to already existing arrows, and what do they do? They add 23 range accuracy.
Yeah.
+2 minimum hit special effect. Interesting. Poplo, what's this do to the range? I mean, it's just good for the range meta, but we're having new amulet and new arrows. I mean, we're going to be, with that T-Bow's going to be hitting hundreds.
Yeah, it doesn't add any range strength. It's not going to make your hits more, stronger, but it is adding accuracy. And so it's going to, I don't know, like, stuff in the Inferno has really low range defense in general. So, like, it's not going to really change much there. Raids, definitely, I mean, like, just wherever you're bringing dragon arrows, like, obviously you're just going to want to slip these onto them, or however you make them, craft a bunch of those. So it's just, you're going to be so accurate with whatever bow you're using. I think they're going to be really good.
Good for PKing as well. People use MSB quite a bit in like 1v1s, so I assume these would be slipped right on there to get those quick hits.
That's true. Those pures,
obviously,
dude.
The faster your weapon attacks, the more effective something like this is. So
interesting.
I wonder how accessible they'll be for like lower level players as well. Not like, obviously they'll be good in the T-bow with dragon arrows. Everything is, but I think I wonder if you slip them on some like rune arrows or something, like what does that make the lower level range progression look like? You never know. Could just help progress it a bit, but obviously depends how many of these you can get per hour, right?
Yeah, I'm also interested to see how it does with like Scorching Bow at Zami, for instance, like just makes them makes that way stronger. T-bow at Nex, like, could make that stronger too. I don't know, but it'll be interesting to see where this stuff kind of settles. Could shake a couple things up.
Yeah, I did skip over this part, and this ties back to what you were saying, Heartless, about how to make them. So this is the process real quick. You harvest the bloodwood sap from the new trees. You multiply your sap using materials obtained through PVM on Vampyrium. So there's something you'll get that'll like multiply your bloodwood sap from 5 to 50 or whatever. And then you put the sap on logs to fletch into Seeker arrows shafts, which you can apply any arrow tip you like. Alternatively, you can apply the sap to existing arrows. So if you already fletched all of your dragon arrowheads, don't worry. It looks like you can just apply the sap to them. It says Seeker arrows will be incompatible with poison, which makes me wonder, for the mains out there, are you guys using poison arrow tips? I'm a Bofa guy. I don't know, but is that a thing?
No, not really. I mean,
okay.
Some people, like, sometimes they'll bring them to Tob or hard mode Tob just to like shoot the purple crab with the T-bow if you don't bring a blowpipe switch. Oh. But that's kind of the only thing. I guess they are technically.
Why is that? Wouldn't they be more DPS?
There's just a lot of things that are immune to poison that like you don't like. They can't actually get poisoned.
That makes sense.
I think like you use them at Awakened Leviathan because Leviathan can be poisoned, and so it like does damage over time there. Just there's not a lot of things that you can actually poison. If you think of anything in the raids, like you can't venom or poison any of those things. Actually, in the raid, a lot of the bosses you can't poison too. So a lot of it just becomes lost on the fact that there's a brick wall that you can't actually, the monsters are actually just immune to poison. So, yeah.
Interesting. That's what I was missing. They're just immune. That's
Yeah.
that simple. Okay. Got it.
Otherwise, yes, you're
All
correct.
right.
They would be very good.
Yeah, I was wondering. Very cool. All right. Anything else I skipped over? I think we covered it.
There's some new food, the leech fin sandwich, but I don't
What
know.
is that?
Okay, so leech fin is gonna be fishing. Like it says, low to mid 70s fishing. You can get like 60K
an hour.
Yeah, so not bad for. Is this what you were talking about, Heartless, with like the net they had to move?
Yeah,
Maybe.
This is that. Yep.
this is
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Okay, so then you can make it into a leech fin sandwich, which will heal you 16 hit points immediately. It's a 2-tick healing delay, so like same as Karambwan's. And then it like makes it so you can't eat for a while after that. 9 ticks, which is longer than 3 times longer than standard food. But then on your next successful melee hit, you heal an additional 16 HP. So it'll be technically a 32 heal, but it'll lock you out of eating for longer, basically. So I don't know if this is
That's
gonna.
your next eat delay to 9 ticks.
Yeah, so you get to eat it, and then it like slows your. You can't attack for two ticks, so it delays your next attack. But then on your next successful hit, it'll heal another 16 HP. So
if you eat something else after that, it'll be whatever the eat delay. Okay, so it'll be a 9-tick delay, but that will be triggered on the second food you eat. Or like, you eat the leech fin sandwich, you attack, you get your health back, and then when you click on a shark, you're gonna have a 9-tick delay.
Yeah, I think it just means you can't eat for 9 ticks. You can't eat anything else after that for 9 ticks.
Oh, I was thinking of 2 separate words. Okay, your next eat delay. Okay.
Yeah, so once you eat that, then it locks you out of eating for 9 ticks, which is like 3 total food.
Yeah.
You could eat 3 food in that time. So, I don't know, it'll be...
makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking something much more convoluted.
Yeah, it's simpler when you kind of break it up, but it sounds interesting. I don't know if it's going to have any uses, but I don't know. It seems like a kind of just a cool little mechanic that I don't think anything else has ever used before. So
yeah,
that's it.
It says the result is a food that rewards planning and commitment, shining in scenarios where sustained melee combat and delayed healing can be played around, but punishing careless use. So interesting. I don't know, maybe Vardorovitz or something, chip damage.
No,
sure.
it's anywhere where you have like long windows to just chill for a bit behind like whatever. I don't know, like when I'm just thinking like when Nightmare is doing her screech attack, like running across the arena, you usually have quite a while where you can't really do anything. So it's like a good opportunity for you to eat up and heal in that boss fight. So that's like an example. If there's any other bosses, I can't think on the top of my head, but that's kind of
just there's any downtime.
You need to get the secondary heal within 12 seconds. So there's a window that you'll miss out on the benefit if you're not attacking.
Yeah. So maybe eat one of these at the end of Sodasite Maze or something, and it heals you, and then you do another hit, and it heals you again. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that'd be cool to see. I do think, I don't know, maybe we'll see that in some interesting sweaty scenarios. I like the hunter food that came out with Rumors. Some of it's like super, super good, but for very specific bosses. So I hope this finds its way too. I think that stuff's really interesting. All right. Moving on to the next one. Anything else you guys want to cover with Bloodman?
Don't think so.
Nope.
All right. After that, they talked about Deadman All-Stars Season 3 live in Chicago for the very first time. Tickets are on sale next month. Interestingly enough, this is the one that Solo Mission runs, and it's all the creators. It's always just some of the best content of the year. He's adding a 6-hour downtime every night, so everyone has to sleep, or at least not play, which is awesome. And a full day break in the middle, so no playing Deadman. I think that's brilliant. So kudos to them for trying to make it a little bit healthy, because that's rough. Also, he's going to be adding missions. So, like, a game message will appear and it'll say, you get reward X, Y, or Z if you go kill to the first team that kills Vedion, Callisto, and Venatus. So every team's going to be running towards these wilderness bosses. There'll be fights happening. So it's kind of like Breaches, but he was hinting that they're not always just going to be simple boss kills. There might be more interesting methods. So maybe get a burnt Umli wrap or something stupid. So who knows what we'll see there. And it will be February 20th and 21st for the tickets. So if you want to go to Chicago for this event, February 20th, put it on your calendars. You'll need like a code you can find in the launcher in order to buy tickets. That way scalpers don't just buy them all immediately. So I actually might go because I can drive to Chicago.
Oh,
so saving the ticket price for like a plane makes it very appealing to me. And I can't go to England for like RuneFest. I want to one day, but I just can't afford it right now. So either of you two plan on buying a ticket?
No.
I just
not going
no.
to Chi-Town.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll do a little vlog for us and go there. So
Our live correspondent.
who knows? I wouldn't count on it, but possible. All right, so that'll be fun to watch. Up next to a major announcement, we got some more info on League 6 Demonic Pacts. This is releasing in April 2026. The video was honestly one of the coolest RuneScape videos I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
It was so cool. So if you haven't seen the video, go check it out. I don't always nerd out over the Blender stuff. It's really badass and hard to do and beautiful, but for some reason this video is just made me gasp. I was like, wow, that was amazing. So check that out. Echo boss variants are coming back. New weapon updates were teased, so they might tweak some things so you don't just go for the same exact weapons like the Thunder Kopesh. And combat masteries will have a new approach. They're pretty vague about all this, so they'll continue trickling information as we approach April. It will be region locked, of course, but you will not be starting in Misthalin, so no more Lumbridge start. I think you're going to start outside of Yama's lair, by the fairy ring, the DJR or whatever. That's just my crackpot theory, but who knows?
That's what I would guess,
there'll
too.
Be there'll be skill trees too, kind of I'm getting Diablo vibes here. Demonic Pact skill trees. So maybe there'll be 3 branches. You got Pick or Path of Exile themed, I don't know. And some cosmetics. That's honestly what matters the most. So before I go into cosmetics, though, I'll save that. Sailing will not be a part of it. And
I was going to say, you almost skipped over the best part.
Yeah. So,
no sailing.
Poplo, are you excited for League 6? Are you going to give it a shot since there's no sailing in there?
I'm just not really a Leagues guy, man. I don't know. It looks fun. I'm going to watch everyone play. I always watch it and stuff, but I haven't hardly done a League and just
what
feels
about the cosmetics for your group Ironman?
Yeah, that's low on the priority list right now. Let's just say that. But the cosmetics do look sick. They are the coolest. I think some of the coolest Leagues rewards that they've dropped so far. So yeah, that would be my only incentive, is maybe if the group is going to do it, just so we all look pimp, I would do it, but I wouldn't super plan on it at this point. Not because it doesn't look cool, It looks super fun, but it's just not really my cup of tea. So,
Heartless, I know I spit out a bunch there, but what's your first take on League 6?
I think it looks really cool. I'm glad they're going with a bit of a fresh angle. The rewards space seems really nice as well. I think I'll definitely give it a go like I usually do. I don't really have much more to add over what you guys have you guys have said already.
Did you do the Echo bosses from the last leagues?
Yeah, I did, and I thought that they were really well designed and a lot of fun, and definitely there's a clamor to get more of that style of fight into the game. Of course, we had like crazy powers, so maybe they were a little bit on the hard side, but some of the mechanics were pretty interesting. I think leagues is always a good place for them to test things. I genuinely fully expect the Thunder Kopesh to come into RuneScape main game one day. Obviously, they'll have to tune it down a bit, but I fully expect that kind of weapon to come in.
They'll wait
guys
till they
don't think so?
Piss us off. No, they'll wait. They'll hurt us, and then they'll come with the Thunder Kopesh behind their back. Like, oh, sorry,
I think
guys,
the community generally gets what they want in this game. That's my opinion. Pretty much all the time. Like, obviously, Jagex throws new stuff at us, but we're such a big hive mind, and we generally get what we want, which means high-level content creators like No Monkey gets what he wants, which he has done in the past, and Reddit gets what they want, like the Holy Molies and stupid stuff like that, if there's enough spam of it.
We'll get to one of those updates here pretty soon, I think, in this podcast. I have feelings.
The Reddit ones or the No Monkey one? Because both of them got what they wanted. Yeah, the meme updates.
Oh. Poplo, the pitchforks, I can hear him.
Can hear him coming for our
captains already. We're on leagues.
Yeah, we're on leagues. The part that everyone cares about, at least myself, let's go over the rewards real quick. I have them on screen. Demonic Pacts outfit. You guys agree this is a W? Looks cool.
Yeah, it looks cool.
All right.
Banner, demonic robes
badass.
And the banner looks sweet.
Yeah, Thrall change.
I don't know if I like really the face and the robes, so I'm hoping they don't do those dumb teeth.
Like the red eyes and the teeth.
The teeth are kind of weird. I don't know what that'll look like in game, but the eyes are cool.
I feel like it's like the concept art doesn't quite do it justice. I bet it'll look more like just like I don't know, some evil toothy smile or something hidden behind a robe. Like I can really imagine just like
creepy.
I don't know, something Halloween-y kind of. I think this one looks more cheesin', like he's trying to smile for a picture. But I think if they make it like a little bit of an evil smile or something, that would be better.
The Demonic Pacts banner, and they have down here, I didn't see this at first, the Dragon Cup. You can put a contract in the cup for the Dragon Cup trophy. So you could put a Yama contract in there. It's like a scroll rolled up.
Whoa, that's cool.
That looks badass. Yeah.
Do Oathblade acquisition teleport. Just to flex.
Oh, new gold sink. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Unrecoverable.
Yeah, it's gone.
It's gone. Home teleport. This is awesome. So like 5 little imps will come out and they'll spin around you and do a chant. And then the demonic star will come out and you'll fall into it with fire. This looks freaking awesome. You guys like this teleport?
Yeah. You're going to get sucked into a pentagram.
It's one of the
dragged into hell.
One of the better ones they've released, I would say, compared to the others. Big fan.
Yeah. The Deadman, the switch, the red Edgeville and Artie lever, I think that one's really cool too, so we'll have to see how that looks in game. The unique rewards here, again, continuing Yama's Throne. I'm not going to lie, this one was a little underwhelming. I think I have to see it in game. I assume it's going to be like huge. Were you guys as underwhelmed as I was, or no, you think it's sweet?
I mean,
I'm a fan of it. Yeah, I think it looks good.
Yeah. I think they said that it's going to be human size. It's going to be person size. Like, I don't know, still a big throne, but it's not going to be as big as Yama's.
I just think compared to the demonic throne next to it, it's like, I don't know.
That's fair. I guess the demonic throne is quite ornate, and it's classic, so.
Yeah.
Especially in leagues.
That's true.
Interesting. Thing is, I don't have a throne room in my house. I'll have to make room for that.
We'll make your demonic thrones, yep. Are those super expensive to make? Are those demonic thrones?
I think so.
Don't they cost a lot?
I know the Crystal Throne's hella expensive. I'm sure
it's 20. It's 25
cool
magic stones or something. Like it's like 25 mil.
Yeah, 25 mil. Jeez.
I looked into making one on the account, but I decided not to.
God dang.
After the Crystal
That
Crown,
cuts
then
into
you
your
can...
the Crystal Crown Fund.
Yeah.
All right, this is one of my favorite things they announced today. Demonic Minions Thrall's Override. Did you guys see this? This is sweet. Your Thralls will be an imp, and they have 3 different imps. One is melee, range, and one is magic. So,
I think it's
red,
great.
yellow, and like
Hilarious.
black with like 3 eyes.
Yeah.
That's sweet. And Thralls are like so big right now. I have mine hidden. I think most people do with like an outline. So these would be cool just to have like, maybe I could unhide them and just see this little guy attacking. I think that's going to be an expensive one in the GE. So let's see. Weapon ornament kits, absolutely cooking with these. I'm a big, like, I love black and red in all my games, so this is definitely like pandering to me. I don't have a Soul Reaper axe, but Heartless, you excited to get the ornament kit here and look like Yama's axe?
For the weapon I never use. Yeah, and
You
never,
guys like
never
that,
ever want to use again. Soul Reaper axe
Vardorva's
is
pet grind.
I already have it. The Soul Reaper axe is it's a fun weapon, but it can be very challenging to like it's quite hard to use, especially in Tob. Like you really need to know what you're doing to be able to like wield the axe properly because you're always at low health, so you need to understand like where you can get killed and stuff. But this looks absolutely sick. I'm a big fan of it. I'm definitely gonna pull this one. You still use the Reaper axe at occasional place, so I'll definitely pull that one.
It'd be good for bank standing too.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%. Fashion
Along with these, along with the Soul Reaper axe, we're getting a Trident of the Seas and a Trident of the Swamp ornament kit. Just makes it black and red with this. I think it's already got a skull, but maybe not. No, it adds the skull. Yeah. Just looks absolutely sick. I'll definitely be getting this one. And then the Ivan staff is getting an overdue visual upgrade here. It looks so badass, and the Ivan's blast, the actual spell projectile, is getting updated with like a black skeleton demon face at the front of it with fire. And the Trident's spell animation projectile thing will also be red to match. So they're cooking with these. You guys like the new staff upgrades?
They look so good. They're just on items that are irrelevant now, unfortunately.
To you, my friend. I don't have
Fair.
an IAC yet.
Not yet.
But yeah. Yeah.
They look so good, though.
Very good. But yeah, I guess that's the point. I forgot about the IAC existing. So it's not just people who don't have a shadow, it's people who don't have a shadow or an IAC. So, and the IAC's like, is it pretty affordable now? How much is it? Is it still over 100 mil? Or no, it's like 80 or 60? I have no clue.
65.
Okay. That's still out of a lot of people's price range if you're new to the game or mid-game homies. I know you're out there, so maybe you can look cool with this. So, up next, the Oath Plate Slayer Helm. These are freaking sick. I mean, there's no way around it. What do you guys think of the new Oath Plate 3-color Slayer Helm thing?
I assume you would need to get the red one and then use the upgrade, like the white, what's it called, Radiant Star that you get when you complete all the Radiant bosses. You'll need to use
I would hope so.
You need to use that thing on the helm. Yeah, I think they look good. Why not? I don't really care about more Slayer helm upgrades. You may as well just stick them in the game. The last one they added from Leagues, Poplo, and I think is the best one. So these hopefully should look good too.
Yeah. Are you guys going to, or Poplo, are you going to use the Radiant one or the Zuck helm?
Oh, that's a good question, man. I think I'm just going to stick with the Zuck helm. I don't know. I think this looks a little bit too much like the actual Radiant helm. Like, it looks too much like
almost looks better. So, yeah, it's a little awkward. I guess it's supposed to match, so that's the point.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if they need them. There's enough in this like rewards that I don't know if they needed those, but they do look pretty cool.
You'll be using your Hooded Slayer helm, right, Poplo?
Yeah, sure.
He's a hooded guy.
Definitely
through
did
and
not.
through.
I don't
Oh my
want to be
God.
mean to anyone who did purchase that, but when I see it, I just think that guy's a Redditor.
Yeah, that guy's
I
a
don't know
Reddit mod.
He's a Redditor.
Poplo is the most anti-Reddit person I've ever met, so we're good.
That's true.
And I love Reddit some, but we all know the 2007 Scape sub has a lot of problems.
Think of the think of the high-end PVMer that Reddit hates. It's Poplo. That's exactly who it is.
Hey, no.
No.
Yeah, he is the embodiment of their hatred. 100%.
That's because I'm no fun. I'm just no fun everything.
Yeah, that's my job. That's good. And up next, we have a Demon Butler override. You can get a tuxedo outfit for him. So for all your ERP events, you can now have or when you're training your 200 mil construction grind. So very cool. This is interesting to me. Demon skin color, bright red.
I bet
I'm
that's
kind of tempted.
Why is that interesting to you?
I might
Hoyt?
do it.
What are you thinking about this? Is this turning you on already?
Well, you know, Baldur's Gate 3. I do the
you're a big Karlach fan. I see.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
a big Karlach fan, and I played what are the demonic race called?
Tieflings?
Start with a T. Yeah, Tieflings. I like to play the Tieflings. So, yeah. I mean, I might do it. And you know the demon feet. You know, you could put those on, and you know, we could do something.
Hoyt.
And
Hoyt's the moderator of the Rule 34 subreddit of RuneScape.
that is slander. Fake news.
Absolute slander.
Absolute slander. Oh, very good. All right. That is everything for the Leagues 6. Anything I skipped you guys want to chat about here?
No, I think we're good.
All right. And the blog finishes with a very pleasant picture of Madaiza dressed up as Yama. So go check that out. That was a funny video. All right. We have up next, they talked about RuneFest is coming this year. It's going to be in Birmingham, UK, same exact center, this time twice the size. So instead of, I think it was 2,000 tickets, now it's 4,000, or maybe it's 3,000 tickets, now it's 6. One of those two. So hopefully everyone who wants to go can get a ticket. That was kind of hard last year. Tickets will be on sale this spring. Heartless, you got some ties to the UK. Do you plan on trying to go to one of these eventually, or not really?
No, but I am going to the UK in the summer for 3 weeks. So
you should push it out to October 3rd or 4th.
Yeah, just casually push it out to when I'm back working at the school.
When you're working.
No, yeah. we got some family to visit this summer, and we're planning a trip, so it should be fun. But yeah, sadly, no RuneFest on the horizon. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I'd want to go.
Really? Why's that? It's too much.
Just maybe. I guess it'd be the fun part for me would be if other people were going, I'd be down to go. Like if you guys are both going, it'd be fun to go and hang out and see everything. But I don't know, something about it just feels a little bit cringe to me.
Yeah.
But maybe that's
Fair
because
enough.
I've seen too many of the old videos of like the mad stuff that used to happen at the RuneFest in like 2016, 2017, 2014, like going back. There used to be some insane things that would happen at the RuneFests. Which maybe we can dive into one day, but yeah, they all were like. I've maybe only seen the cringe parts of it, but I've heard they've gotten really good over the years. So yeah, maybe, but I would never go by myself. This is something you want to do with your friends, meet up and go check it out. That'd be a lot of fun, I think.
Poplo, what do you think? You ever see yourself going to RuneFest?
I don't know. Not really. Same deal. It'd be hard to go by yourself. I don't know if there'd be a friend group that I would go with. But
I get the
maybe when we're big enough.
I'm gonna do a couple hot takes here.
Okay.
I apologize to any viewers. I'm an individual with my own opinions, good or bad.
You sure are.
I don't always get the cosplaying thing. I respect it. I know it's an art. It's really hard, but it's not my cup of tea. It's just not my thing. So I've never been never been to Comic-Con, and I get what you're saying a little bit about there's some cringe moments. We all know video gamers aren't always the most socially adaptable, but that's kind of the beauty of it, we're all just nerds hanging out. So, but for some reason, RuneFest does seem like they've done a good job at suppressing that, and it just seems like a bunch of adults chilling and drinking and walking around. The videos I saw, it looked cool, so a little different from the 2008 days. Different culture, so I would be open and going. Probably never will because of constraints, but maybe I might plan like a Europe trip and then just go stop by at RuneFest for 2 days and then go back to going around Europe. That'd be my dream one year. So let us know in the comments if you're going or if you plan to go. And yeah, I'm jealous. I'd like to go one day. So all right, up next, sailing roadmap. I mean, we haven't talked about sailing that much on this podcast at all.
We can keep this one brief because I have some thoughts.
We can be brief.
We'll cover it more as they come out, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I think I have the updated roadmap here. Yeah, so I'll just go over this. I won't go into detail. First off, their primary focus is going to be combat fixes for sailing. People don't like it. They've been vocal. We talked about it. In a lot of depth on this very podcast, so you all know. So in spring, they're going to be focusing on switching up combat. We don't know what that'll look like. I don't think they do either. So I'll open the floor. Anything you guys want to add with the combat fixes or ideas you have? Anything like that?
I think I'll just go, because I'll go first, because I watched the Q&A. This seems a little bit thin to me, the updates as far as sailing goes. I don't know about you guys, but like we already knew there was going to be a combat update and then a couple of quests, and I don't really see much on here besides new Barracuda trial. Obviously see expansion at the end, but who knows what that means. It's quite vague. Elena, while
that
I
might
like
be
her,
next year,
and I think she does. Yeah, I think she does a good job. She seemed quite lost when she came on to do the Q&A. She just didn't really have.
Husky,
she didn't really. Yeah, Husky wasn't there obviously to help her out, but she didn't really have the answers, or a lot of her answers were like, "Oh, like we haven't really decided where the Barracuda trials are." So I feel like they've just kind of released sailing, and now they've taken a step back to see kind of where it lands, and then they're just going to move forward. But I think it's going to be quite a slow process. Unfortunately, I bet you what's happened is they've just axed the number of people who are working on sailing, so it's probably just Elena and a smaller team now, so they can't exactly push things as fast as possible. Which I find generally I'm like kind of disappointed about it compared to the other 5 updates. I think are going to be quite great. This one is a little bit on the disappointing side for me.
Yeah. Poplo, anything with sailing combat? Anything you want to see?
I guess I just appreciate that they're not like ramming sailing down our throats. Like all this new stuff, like we talked about leagues and stuff like that, not having sailing in it, is that they know that things aren't landing well right now. And I think that there have been some pretty like concise directions that they could go to fix like ship combat, for example, like a lot of really good points. And I don't know why they're like still like, we don't know what to do, when there's been a lot of opinions that could fix a lot of the issues already. And I just, it like what you said, Heartless, it seems underwhelming. Like I thought that a lot of this kind of Winter Summit honestly was going to be around, yeah, we just dropped this new skill, it's still exciting, it's new, we just did like the base level of it, and we're going to add a bunch of expansions next year. And it's like we barely get anything. It's like, okay, we're going to fix a lot of the things that were broken when we dropped it.
Yeah, but I think that's
about it.
It's just probably about like, how many hours they have to put in, and they got to fix stuff before they can make new things. It's very obvious that it's like a multi-year project going forward. Like you said, we have the base version. It's fine. And they're going to need to expand it to make it into a really good skill. So,
yeah. And don't get me wrong. I am super happy with them spending their time on these other updates that they released.
Yeah, Poplo hates
I am way more excited for all the other stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But hopefully the ship combat thing kind of makes it feel a little bit more well-rounded, at least for now. And then, we'll see where they can go with the new quests and stuff like that.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
What do you think, Hoyt?
Very good. I don't really know I don't mind, I don't know, get your pitchforks, but I don't think the combat's that far off. It does suck though, but I've been killing low level stuff on my Snowflake, and I think all combat sucks when you're starting out before there's like mechanics and movement. So I don't know what they can do. At the end of the day, it's just a whipstick. You're sitting there hoping you hit a number bigger than them and eating. But with the sailing mobs, you're not really worried about your health. You're just trying to kill them. I don't know. So I wish them luck. I'm interested to see what they propose. I do like that you can participate with like your best in slot gear and attacking them. I think it feels bad that it's only like 10% of the damage, but I understand why it's like that. I kind of like the, moving your boat left, right, so that your cannons hit, or positioning perfect, but the setups are way too convoluted because the tile is divided in 4. So you have like very precise setups for any sailing content, and it just gets weird. Go look at the Vampire Kraken like meta if you want to know what I'm talking about. It's bizarre. I'll move on past it though, because we're all just speculating. We talked about sailing a lot. I'll finish their quick roadmap here. So in spring, they're kind of just thinking about what they'll do for boat combat and probably pulling it and talking to us. And this summer, they're going to actually release that combat update. They're also going to release a player-designed island and the Red Reef, which is a second Tortugan quest. I will show on the screen here. I won't go over these because we want to get this episode out to you guys, but there's 4 really cool island like pitches, and maybe in another episode we'll dig into them, but each one of them has
like a full episode to
5
dig in.
of its own. Yeah. So
go read about
them.
Go
check them out. Let us know in the comments which ones you really wanted to see. I know one of them's like a gnome inspired one, which I thought was clever. You could take your glider there.
The sea gnome stronghold, just for the wordplay itself, is perfect.
It's badass. All of them wanted to add agility and Slayer, so we'll see if that actually happens. I think agility is a safe bet. Slayer, we'll have to see. I don't think they're too keen to some crazy new Slayer boss, or Slayer master. So
yeah,
we will see. Anything you want to add with the player submissions?
No, I think they got into detail another day personally, because they're worth talking about.
I was just gonna say, It's insane that they said they got over 1,500 island submissions. I was like, dang, that is like the community really like phallic came out in full force. What'd you say?
I'd imagine quite a few.
How many were phallic?
Yeah, probably.
17. I thought you said valid. Yeah, I'd say lots were phallic. I'd say
probably half.
I think the snail one's cool too. So, Heartless, were you gonna say something?
No. I think we covered it for now. We'll come back another day and discuss these in more depth. Maybe when we get closer to the polling date.
Yeah. So that was summer, and then autumn. We'll get another sequel quest. They don't really know what storyline, but more importantly, we'll get a new Barracuda trial. Where would you guys like to see the Barracuda trial? Just real quick. What's your gut say? Is there anywhere that drives you?
Don't care, not doing it. I don't know, the north, or probably
99 by the way.
down in the tangled sea or something. Down in the south. The south needs one.
Yeah, my vote would be the Cursed Archipelago. You guys know me. I'm obsessed with that place, so that would be badass. Poplo, anywhere that calls to you, you'd like to see the Barracuda trial?
Falador Park Pond.
Hell yeah. Now we're cooking.
Yeah.
But what if it made you miniature? So it was like, like they shrunk you, like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. But you're in Falador Park Pond with your little boat.
And the ducks are giant.
That'd be sick. We're cooking.
I think Heartless said it best.
Right. Raids 4?
Doesn't matter, not doing it.
Yeah.
99
right before Raids 4, next year, sometime, they're going to do the sea expansion. They pushed it out. So don't hold your breath for that one. Very cool. Nothing else you guys want to add for sailing, I'm sure, right? You're good?
Yeah.
Good.
All right. The reason you guys all clicked, the big one we were all looking for, raids for the Fractured Archive. Heartless, you want to give us your first impressions here? Would you rather I go through the blog?
Boy. I guess so. First of all, I want to say that we don't have a ton of time, so we're just covering these briefly today. This we'll give it its own episode. We may even do 2 episodes, one talking about potential rewards. I think we just talk about the general vibe today. And rewards is something that will be discussed over the next 6 months, and something we all have a lot of thoughts on. It looks so sick. First of all, I very much notice in the concept art that the Saradomin character stands out, which I find very interesting. And there seems to be this wicked demi-lich. So I love the fact that this they said the philosophy is this is going to be a hard-ass raid. They want no completions early. It's more like Theater of Blood style, which is what the raiding population is suggested, especially since Toa was a bit of a failed experiment. And yeah, I just love that it's boss rush, there's no skilling. There's a big badass at the end that you're trying to fight. Maybe it's this demi-lich, who knows? But there's a bunch of mini bosses, and yeah, it's gonna be wicked. I'm really excited to get into the weeds of what they mentioned, but those are my overall thoughts so far. And I'm surprised at the location too. I didn't think it would be connected to Gothics. Like, this kind of came out of left field, so I really like that.
Poplo?
Holy Pog champion.
A big Pog. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Holy Pog champion. That's what they said after the video announcement. Heartless, you nailed it. It looks sick. Super excited. Boss rush style. Hardest raid in the game. Tob 2 is coming out. It'll be great. I like how
another thing. Oh, sorry.
Real quick. I like how they addressed the in the difficulty. They said, well, since we released our last raid, the power has been tuned up a lot in the game. There's been a lot of upgrades and stuff, and so this raid is just going to reflect that, which I think is really cool to hear. Tob has kind of become like you can just kill things so fast in Tob because the gear has vastly outprogressed the raid. And so I think it'll be really fun to just have it'll feel like Tob on release again, I think, just with how difficult it is and the gear that you're using. I think it'll feel like Tob did on release, which was just so hype and so exciting. And I wasn't at a point in the account to do Tob on release. I was not good enough at the game. I didn't have any gear, but now where I'm at now, it'll be super exciting. I hope that it feels like that. I hope I get to experience all that just like everyone did. Rushing for first completions and stuff like that will be super fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. I was really surprised. I thought I didn't think this would be it. And when they were showing the trailer, I knew it was gonna be Raids 4, but my brain was like, is this God Wars 2?
That's what, dude, I thought that same thing.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, is it God Wars 2? What's happening? The lore nerds will probably chastise us in the comments, but about why that's not possible. But a couple just quick notes of what I wrote down while they were discussing and doing the Q&A. So Raids 4 late 2026, I would say probably as late as possible, probably November again. That way they have a month before the holidays to tune and then get out of the office and relax. Maybe before that, but probably not. It is Wild Gothic Sleeps themed, that's the location, that's the whole point of the raid. It'll be a lean, focused experience. It's boss rush style, no skilling or puzzle rooms or invocations, none of that, just straight up bossing like Tob. It will be the hardest raid, like Poplo just said. Lucian claimed the Stone of Jas in the quest. However, Gothics left some other things down there in his archives, and all the other gods were very interested in these things. I think there's going to be the theme is that there's a power struggle to get these other really powerful items for each god. So maybe it is a God Wars thing. I don't know lore that well. So before we discuss it again, I'll do a little more research. And then the big elephant in the room, they said Reward space is not obvious for this one. For TOA, it was obvious we needed a mage mega rare. For this one, we have the trifecta of mega rares. Can a mega rare be a piece of armor instead of a weapon? They don't know. They've, of course, thought about it. They even mentioned, for example, like a heavy ranged weapon, like a ballista. That'd be badass. But they'll be doing consultation, and they didn't share anything in that regard besides, we don't know, but we've been thinking a lot. I know Mod Rice on some podcasts talked about some weapons which require unique playstyles to use, whether that be like a spec orb or specific movement, things like that. It's very vague intentionally, but I do wonder if that's the route they'll go, like a T-bow that's more powerful but harder to use, and you need space. I don't know.
Yeah, there's lots of potentials though. They could do shield. They could do supercharged tome. They could do. Who knows? It could be, most people like the sort of route one, if you were, would be like the mega rare crush weapon. There's like so many different angles. But again, I think we maybe come back to that with a big list of potential directions they could go in, and maybe what we think they would do. But it's interesting. One thing I did note about this was too, they mentioned the size of the raid, which I find very interesting. 2 to 8 players. So they said solos are viable, but will be extremely difficult. So I imagine, just like Tob, they'll be hard.
Mm-hmm.
I love the idea of a duo raid.
Yeah.
The way raids tend to be, the lowest number of people is the most efficient thing to do, and I would not assume that this would be different, and that's simply because, well, less people, more money that you make, right? That's basically the straight up of it. So solo,
even if it scales,
Toa the best scale, solo. Tob, trio. Obviously you can do duo when you're really good, but let's just say trio is the best scale comfortably to do. And then Chambers, what's the best scale to do? Well, it doesn't really
5 plus 95.
One or 3. 1, 3, or 5. Anything to do with anything on an odd number. So I wonder how this is going to settle, but I love the fact that it's not solo, because I think that kind of ruins the raiding experience. And duo is pretty approachable. You can just pick someone up and, give it a go with them. But I imagine, obviously, early days, you're going to want more than just 2 people.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
I do want to add, I think something I talk about a lot in Dark Souls is when you come back, usually in Dark Souls, the map will loop back in itself. And it's cool because you end up having these really high level things next to the starter area, and it just makes your mind kind of explode. So I think having the hardest raid in the game underground, where all the noobs start at level 3
in Lumbridge,
is like just so cool. Like, I think it's so cool to tie the world. And we'll talk about the next thing, which also ties like the hardest and the easiest content. So I think that's cool. I think it's really rooted in like it doesn't strain the thematics of the game. It's literally just our gods. Whereas if we leaned really heavy into like the cursed archipelago thing, you start to get that like Desert Treasure 2 is like a different art style and form, which is still beautiful and good, but I like the core like fantasy, just trees and stone and dirt and I don't know. I think it's cool. It's very like rooted in dark fantasy, not like high fantasy, I guess. So I like that. We did have one more thing I want to talk about, but again, Raids 4, we're going to have like dedicated episodes. This is just like a teaser from us and from them. I do want to open the floor again. Heartless, anything else you want to throw in here?
No, I'm just very excited, and I think it's going to be great. And they've obviously listened to the community, and I really appreciate that. And I think everyone's looking forward to this release. It's been a long time coming since we had something like this in the game. Obviously, since Toa. And despite what I thought of it, I still really enjoyed the release. It was a very fun day, and I can't wait for this next year. Hopefully, it comes out in November and not is pushed into 2027, that is.
Oh, I hope, yeah. Poplo, open to you. Anything you want to talk about here?
Yeah, I've got two more quick things. The first one is that I guess that's like all the information that they gave us. And so like they held everything really close to their chest about like everything else, the rewards, like actual gameplay, mechanics, stuff like that. So it'll be super exciting to see kind of what develops from that as they release more or leak more things to us. And then the second thing that I wanted to note too is that I think it's cool that they're kind of going back to the Chambers style, where they did say that for the first couple weeks until you get like first couple completions, when the team wipes, it'll reset the raid, like Tob style, where if you wipe, you'll have to start over. But then after it's been out for a while, then they're going to go back to the Chambers style, where if you'll have like infinite lives basically, but every time you die, you'll just lose points or like a percentage of your purple chance. And so I think that was one of the big criticisms from Tob, is that, well, when you die, then your experience just ends. You don't get to try the room anymore. You're just in the cage.
You're very good at Maiden, yeah.
Yeah, you get really good at Maiden, like the first bit, and then you die at Bloat, and then you don't get to do the rest of Bloat or whatever. And so I think that they're kind of catering to more people in this one by still making it a difficult raid. But then if you die, then you can just like keep going, like in Chambers. So it's more learner friendly. I think that the bar for learning Chambers is a lot lower than it is for Tob. And so I kind of hope that it'll keep that lower level of entry while still making like a really difficult raid. So it could be, it could fit a really, really nice balance in there, is what I'm optimistic about. But that's all I had to say about that. So anything else from you, Hoyt?
Yeah. No, I was just about to add that I just read that about the full team wipe will reset the raid. I think that's cool. That's a good way to do it. It said TOA had a problem with like brute forcing for people learning it, so yeah, they don't want that again. So I like it. We will have a lot of in-depth episodes, so we didn't want to tease you guys. We also don't know a ton, so go check out the cool art that they've shared. The Raids boss, it looks like it's a 5x5 big skeleton with roots. I don't know, that's not Gothics, but it
looks like a demi lich, yeah.
Yeah, it does.
From
demi
WoW.
lich.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay. All right. Final thing. I think Poplo, this might be what you're hinting at.
Let's go.
This is the one.
This one's sick.
The Ides of Milk and the Bovine Bully. So I'll share my notes really quick and then we'll talk about it. There's a new quest that will accompany this. It is a boss named Brutus. It'll be in the cow pens in Lumbridge. It'll be free to play. And they said you can do the normal one with like 15 attack, 15 strength. The goal of this is for an even easier version of Scurious to get new players into the game, seeing mechanics. A lot of people, when you tell them you play RuneScape, they think you click on a cow and sit there. So if they try it out, they'll see this, they'll test the boss and be like, wow, there's actually a whole new layer of gameplay and mechanical intensity I didn't know existed. So I think that's brilliant in that regard. They said you could kill it in like 2 ticks, according to Mod Arcane, so the speedrunning's going to be crazy.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's not actually 2 ticks, but it's like 6.
It's going to be fast.
So we'll see. We'll definitely see Mulgoat Kirby, I was trying to think of his name, and his crazy antics again. And then for rewards, I'll go over those at the end, actually. Hard mode version is going to come out. And they had all the big creators come over and test it. And within an hour, nobody could kill the hard mode boss. So it's going to be, they said Awaken Leviathan was what they compared it to. And it will have a pet. I'll do that later. So first off, the hard mode, Poplo, it seemed like you had some hot takes here. So I'm just going to open up, not the rewards, but just the boss itself. How are you feeling about Brutus?
It's another meme update, man, with a pet. What's the point?
You're done.
You're done, Poplo.
Dude, come at me.
Get your forks
you
ready.
Like hard PVM.
Let's cover him in milk. Oh my god.
Oh
lame.
No.
Poplo.
Flip it.
You think it's lame, though? Not just the Awaken thing. If it was just the baby boss.
What's the point, man?
It's
What's
for
the
noobs.
Point? I just
it's
told
like
you
a
the
Steel
point.
Defender and stuff. You don't have to interact with it.
Yay.
Take you 2 hours and you get yourself a new
There's
pet.
a pet. I have to.
Yeah, but remember,
they're making me. They're forcing me.
This update is not for you.
They're forcing me.
This update is not for you. This is for like the absolute earliest of early game. I think it's cool.
But
like,
I have to do it.
Why? Because you're a pet hunter? Nobody made you be a pet hunter. There's like 200 of you guys. You'd be fine. It'd take you like 3 hours to get it. This is for the ultra noobs. They roll up and they're like, oh shit, yo, who's that big lad in the corner? Let me go take him on. And then boom, they get some like unique reward. That's cool. I think it's an interesting experience.
Fine.
What do you think of the hard mode thing? I mean, you're one of the most end-game players I've met. I feel like you would be.
He's just afraid of the cow.
Right?
That's what it is. He's afraid of awakened Brutus.
He's afraid of Brutus.
I can't wait to wear my milk torva. We already have. Yeah.
Surely the awaken will have no rewards. It'll just be like absolutely difficult as hell for fun.
Flex.
Just a flex.
Oh.
Right, which gives me more incentive to want to do it.
Well,
no
maybe
rewards.
they'll add like maybe the boots will be able to like you'll put your slippers into the Brutus slippers or something. That'd be hilarious.
Oh, there you go. The holy moolies.
The holy moolies.
Oh, transmog for the pet would be cool for 1KC.
Yeah, something. It'll be something like that, or like transmog for the shoes or something. But yeah, go over the rewards.
It's whatever. Okay, wait, real quick. Defend my position. You're gonna say,
defend your position.
All right, real quick. This just reminded me way back, like in middle school. You guys ever play Adventure Quest or like Adventure Quest Worlds?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
I loved it.
Like you spawn and there's like these like little slimes that you kill, like when you barely start, and then there's like a boss slime that just like messes you up immediately. I feel like it's going to be like that, and I feel like that was kind of cringe. I didn't really have fun with that. You kill it once, and then it's like, good job, you killed, like, whatever that frog from that quest is, Cutthor or whatever his name is. Like, good job, you killed our meme boss. Now go enjoy the game.
Okay, I have a question for you. A serious question.
Okay.
Would you care if it didn't have a pet?
No.
So you'd be like, this is a fine update.
Yeah.
Interesting. So it's the
this
pet.
This is why the completion cape.
It's the pet that bothers. It's the pet that bothers you.
It's the fact that I'm gonna have to go do it, and I don't care about it, but I'm still gonna have to go and kill it. It's like it's just another thing. Just another thing.
Don't you want more things to do in the game?
I have enough to do.
Poplo feels like an Iron Man. You chose to restrict yourself.
Yeah, it's true. You chose to get all the pets.
Yeah, you're right. I did.
This is exactly what it's like. Do you think I wanted to go do a 550 Toas for a shadow? No. But I have to do it, Poplo. I had to do it.
That's true.
I think this happens every time a low-level boss comes out with a pet, like a group of people, especially pet hunters, like you don't tend to not like it. So I was just curious, is it just that you already have so many to go for and it's just adding yet to the list, so it makes you feel like I don't really want to go do this for no rewards just to tick off another pet?
Yeah, it's just another thing on the to-do list. It's like, go kill this meme boss where you're like, it's like a joke, like, haha, we're gonna go make you kill this meme boss for however many tens of hours to get this pet or whatever it ends up being.
An insult to your intelligence.
But that's just what all pet hunting is, though.
But if it was hard, I assume would feel less.
I get
this way with my college classes. Like, if the class is too easy, I get a shitty attitude because I'm like, seriously, you're gonna like teach me Excel? Like, I know, I know how to use this. It's not an advanced class, and I get a little shitty. So I'm just assuming a lot here, but
it's just an attitude.
I feel like it's the same thing.
It's just gonna be part of the process, dude. It's just part of the process. Mid-level boss comes out. It's super fun. I kill it in 4 seconds, just like the goal pet. You kill it in 8 seconds, but it's still 30 hours. You got to go and kill this boss for literally no reason, just to get the pet that came with it. It's just part of the process. I'll get over it, but
good. I'm just defending the cow lovers out there, has to be done.
It's just a meme.
I do think this is why the completion cape is a bad idea because people will get this attitude about everything.
Yeah, that's totally fair. I see it. I do see your side, Poplo. Trust me. I get you.
We just like to
push your buttons.
That's fine. I wouldn't say crazy things if I didn't believe in them. So
no, I agree. Yeah.
All right, now I'll keep quiet and you guys can
Okay, you gotta say though,
I do think the pet's a bad idea.
The rewards are sick though. Like, not for us, we don't give a shit about a steel defender, but this is so cool when you're like a total noob or you have a fresh Iron Man. You go pot some cow boss with your
pot some cow boss.
This does have
I'm gonna pot some Brutus
implications.
Tonight. It has
for turtle skipping.
Yeah, the cow
we get the cowbell
amulet. Yeah, that's actually
which will
big.
teleport you to the cowpen and Lumbridge, which is sweet. Also, maybe some clue steps. I'd have to see. I'm sure there's something.
I don't think there's many, but it's good for turtle skipping. So there's there was a reason for mains to go and do it. But the rewards are pretty. Do you want to go over them quick, and then we can get out of here?
Yeah. So that's the cowbell amulet, and then the rump steak will be a really easy to get food for new players that heals 10 hit points, similar to tuna. Bull bones, which are untradeable. They'll work similar, so it's just prayer XP, like the new giant bones. So you click on and bury. Cow slippers, just like any other meme slipper, they're just cosmetic. There's like a bunch of variations. Bottomless milk bucket, just they're really just taking the piss on that one, just having fun.
Yeah, that one's just a meme item.
Whatever.
The whole boss is a meme item. Okay, I'm done.
And then a defender, it's like the steel defender, but it looks cool. It's got a little red ribbon on it. It's called the Mulata, and it is just an early game melee strength, a steel defender that you don't need 65 attack and strength to get into the Warriors Guild for. So
pretty cool.
I think that's cool. And the best part is it's free to play. I think this is really good. I do think the pet's a bad idea. I'll vote no for the pet for you, but I think a cow pet would be badass. So, but I don't know. Okay, imagine this. You have a noob next to frickin' Poplo and 10 billion worth of gear next to him, spam resetting the boss. It's going to make him wonder about the game, and he's going to look up to Mr. Poplo and his Max Infernal Cape and say, oh, I want to be like him one day. So it can be good to have you guys pet hunting next to the noobs getting their rump steak.
They'll see enough of us for Raids 4. They'll see us all crawling around Lumbridge.
That's true, yeah, running.
I do like that. I do like that.
Raids 4 should be accessible with 50 in attack, strength, and defense. Changing my mind.
It would be close to
stumble into the wrong room
and run.
Do you think, another serious question for you guys here, because I am neither a pet hunter nor am I a clogger. I'm just a shitty Iron Man. Do cloggers get mad when new collection logs like this come out and they have to go and get them? Because I would say high level cloggers and high level pet hunters, there's probably around the same amount of them. Like, they're in the similar niche where they're like ultra end game. There's not very many of them. They're going on these crazy long journeys to get all these items. What do you guys think about that? Hoyt, maybe this is more for you because you're the clogger here.
I don't want to speak for them because I'm not quite part of their club yet, but I feel like they usually don't mind, or they like the new, they like number go up, as long as it's not a meme. And I think Sailing had a bunch of meme grinds. Like, some of the paints were brutal to get. And we all like a brutal grind, but there's like kind of a fine line.
Paints in the fish.
And is it balanced? So I think as long as they're easy, I think they like them and they don't see them as an annoyance. But if it gets into the 100 hour for rate territory for like a bottomless milk bucket, they're obviously going to have big issues.
True.
But that's kind of just my take. I don't know.
Big Bad Chad isn't just, he's dying right now. He's rolling over.
Oh my gosh, you think he paid them for this update?
He could have.
The 479 Crafting Guild's about to have new shoes.
Yeah, those of you who don't know, there's a big cow cosplayer called Big Bad Chad on 479 at the Crafting Guild. He's rejoicing right now.
Well, there's 100%. A cult.
100%.
There's like 10 of them now, or more.
Yeah, it's messed
they have ceremonies and shit. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I want to interview him one day.
They must have been
see what's going on behind the suit.
They must have been spraying their milk everywhere.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh god.
Heartless, I'll let you give us your overview on Mr. Brutus here in the hard mode, because you're also really in-game PVMer.
I love this update. I think it's so cool. I think Scurious was a really big boon to the game. I think this will be not as impactful as Scurious, because that's more of like a training method that zooms you through the levels. But I do think it's pretty easy to add and fairly harmless, even for Poplo, who, might probably only take a few hours for him to get the pet with how fast he's going to kill the boss. I think the Awaken thing is something they mentioned they had 2 weeks for their game jam. They finished this thing in like a week or maybe 10 days, and it was like ready to go.
Yeah.
And they had 4 days, and they're just twiddling their thumbs. So they're like, why don't we make it the easiest and the hardest boss in the game? Which I think is just hilarious.
Yeah, it is.
And I love that the creators were having, like they said Bodhi was on lunch break. He was asking for the PC to be open so he could go back and send Cow Boss. So I think it bodes well. So I think overall I'm pretty happy with this kind of update. It's like pretty quick in and out. And again, I'm not a pet hunter, so I don't have really any stake in the game, as it were. So I'd say big plus.
No, he did it.
He did it.
Stake.
Come on, I have to pull one off. There it is.
Poplo, any final transgressions? Settle?
No, I've said my piece. It'll be fine. Like I said, I'll get over it. It's just part of the process. This is my candid knee-jerk reaction, just how you wanted it.
If I was a pet hunter, I'm going at it again. I'm going for a second dig. Okay. Don't you want your menagerie in your house just to be even more full? Like, I have 30 pets in there right now. I just want more pets. And I know I've got lots to go for, but why not just add another to the list? Who cares? We'll get there eventually. Don't you want the content to keep going?
I do want more pets. That's why I've done 13,800 herbivore, man.
So are you
I'm already working on them.
Herbivore. Why don't we take herbivore out the back and shoot him then?
That's one less that I have to. No, because I've already sunk 200 and some hours into trying to get them. So no, not that one.
for a positive thought, I don't think this one will be very many hours to get.
That's what they said about the Griffin pet. It's only 30 hours, and then you have tutorial skip for 24 freaking hours to get a task for it. I don't have any faith in this. I'm just saying. 1 in 5,000 rate.
I do want to.
Griffin's so cute,
I do want to glaze them, and I think this will be a big deal for trying to get people into the game. I can envision myself right now trying to get someone to play. They go to the cow pens. I'm like, talk to that dude in the corner and try it out. And they're like, whoa,
pop Brutus.
This is what you're doing in those raids. Like, this feels cool. So I'm hoping that it has some mechanics where they can just, again, see behind the curtain of what RuneScape is. It's not just, click on trees. That is why we love it, but it's also like very sweaty, high mechanical.
Could be like dodge out the way of his charge attack, wait for his animation, or else you get hit.
Don't stand behind him or he's going to kick you.
Maybe you're not the one who's dealing the damage, but he'll like hurt himself as he's going around. So it could be really cool. There could be many things they do with it.
Well, that's the only way I think you can make this worse.
People that
is if we don't actually do damage to it.
All right. Okay, there.
They said attack and strike.
But I agree with you, Hoyt. That is a great point. Yeah. But that's also not me. That's not the player that they're targeting here.
Yeah.
Or I'm not the player they're targeting.
Very good.
So.
And it's the first free-to-play boss they've gotten in forever. They didn't get Scurious, and that was the whole point of Scurious, I thought. And Scurious is not free-to-play.
That's crazy to me, though. That it isn't free to play.
It's really crazy. But the free to play meta, Automelogy is going to come get you.
Hey, he's basically your cousin, isn't he?
I love that, dude.
But you two look identical as well. Identical.
Do we?
Yeah, you both.
Yeah, except he can deadlift 9,000 pounds, and I can't.
Is he jacked now, or has he always been?
No, he had this whole, there's this whole arc where he posted YouTube videos of like his progress of powerlifting.
Oh, shit.
He went from like a twig to a fucking ripped dude.
Good for him.
So.
Well, he's got the mentality of I am freaking free to play, picking up gnats on the side. Seriously though, most people who play RuneScape, you can grind RuneScape, you can grind the gym. Like they're very similar.
Mindset.
The two subreddits have the most overlap. OSRS or 2007 Scape and, I guess it would be
powerlifting, fitness,
lifting or fitness or like gym or whatever.
Nutrition.
Any of those like gym-based subreddits, a lot of them have overlap with RuneScape, which is surprising, but also not really. So
yeah.
All
right, we do have one last piece. I'm gonna go to super quick. Anything else you want to add with Brutus, you guys?
Can't wait.
All right. Very quick shout out to our in-game Patreon members. Thank you so much for your support. Forget It, Mikey, Trolley D, Maytag Man, Bucha, and Afru Bruise. We do have one very short and quick question. Mikey asked, kiss, marry, kill. All right, pay attention, boys. Kiss, marry, kill. Verzik, Lady Verzik Vitur, Ava, and Wise Old Man. I'll let you guys think. Kiss, marry, kill, Verzik, Ava, Wise Old Man. So I would...
That's a hard one.
I mean, I'd marry Ava. Seems like the most logical choice here.
Because she's the prettiest of the ladies. Well, you could marry the wise old man who can take care of your finances for you. So that's an option.
Yeah,
he's a smart guy.
I was gonna be very progressive and marry wise old man to shout out to all the gay
shout
homies
out to our gays out there. Yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah,
that's an option. It's an angle. It's definitely an angle. But
I considered it, but I'm gonna go with Ava. I think she's a baddie. And then I'm gonna kill Verzik, obvious choice. And then okay, very progressive still. I guess that means I have to
kiss the wise old man. I'm sure he's got a lot of experience though. Like
it doesn't say where. What could I like?
It doesn't say where. Yeah. You going down under, Mr. R34 moderator?
Say, kiss his hand or something.
No.
All right, so I'm a marry Ava. I'm gonna kiss Verzik, and we're killing the wise old man. He's lived a long, full life. I mean, he can go.
It's time for him to go.
All right, Heartless.
Oh my gosh.
Kiss, marry, kill, Verzik, Ava.
Like I already said, I think we're gonna marry the wise old man. He can take care of the finances, take care of the house. You know, he knows
robberies.
He knows a lot of stuff. Yeah, he can bring in the money, so he can be our provider, and I just get to live a nice, chill life.
Blue party hat.
And then I can have my mistress Ava on the side, so I'll go up and give her a kiss at the mansion. And then we'll have to kill Verzik because we need that loot.
Rough.
So also, if you got too close to her, she's gonna bounce you away. So it's a dangerous territory with Verzik.
Oh my god, that's
good.
Poplo.
Just any way you slice it, I don't love it. We're gonna say this is old young Lady Verzik before she got turned into a spider. Is that fair? Can I say that?
Sure. You can pick and choose.
Sure. That's the one I'm kissing.
Okay. Yeah. I don't. That's hard because she's got a lot of money, so she'd be a good one to marry.
She's got a big ass as well, so you never know.
She's kind of bad. I think I'm gonna marry Lady Verzik. We're gonna.
Damn.
I think we're going to kiss Ava. And I'm sorry, I'm going with Hoyt. We gotta take the old man out back.
Oh, that's my house husband. You can't come for him. Oh, come on.
We gotta do it.
Well, you know, whenever there's a moral dilemma, the old guy's like, I've lived a long life, I'll do it. You know, I'll die. So I see him as taking one for the team.
He would never take one for the team. You'd kill you'd kill both of them and you on the way to a living. Come on.
He would with his Saradomin staff.
Yeah, 100%. One shot you, no problem.
Very good. All right. Anything else you guys want to add for this episode?
No, that's it.
Nope.
I can't wait to dive in more in the coming weeks.
Yes, there will be more Raids 4 content specifically. And I think Deadman won't take up a full episode. Probably we'll just give a quick experience. And we'll see what next episode is. We haven't even discussed. But alas, Raids 4 will come. This was just a short sneak peek, our first reactions. Thank you guys as always for listening. And we will see you guys next week. Peace.
See ya.